Hello! So, I have recently been doing a lot of estate sale and thrifting, and I've been finding a little too much fabric. Now, I was on a fabric buying ban from January until successfully about June. Didn't buy any fabric, still haven't bought any fabric from major, like, big box stores. So I think that in itself is a success. But I've been thrifting, and whenever there's a really good deal on fabric or a really unique fabric, I just have to get it. I just can't pass it up, and the fabric is usually way better quality than I could find in a big box store. So I just feel like I have to grab it while I can, while it's cheap. Yeah. I just recently graduated, so I'm no longer a student. So for most of my sewing time, I have been quite poor on student loans. So I haven't gone out and bought large quantities of fabrics at big box stores or been able to, when I had a project in mind, go buy a specific fabric. So fabric hoarding is a little bit my way of being able to continue with my sewing while still doing it in a cheap way that I can maintain in my budget. I'm no longer a student, so luckily able to check that off the list. But I still have a little bit of a fabric hoarding problem. And when there's a really good estate sale where someone who is obviously like a quilter or a crafter is trying to sell a lot of their estate, I'm going to go and get it. I recently went to an estate sale that had an amazing deal on fabric. And I just picked out the fabric that I liked, or the fabric that I really thought I would use. There was walls and walls and walls of fabric at this place. So, of course, I went a little ham, bought a little too much fabric, but I need a place to put this. So I think it's time I really try and organize my fabric stash. My fabric stash used to be in rainbow order, and it used to be organized. But over taking out fabric to look at how much there was, or starting a project and not finishing it, or having leftover pieces, adding fabric, it's kind of turned into a little bit of a mess. And this is just my fabric, and then I have some knitting things up here. My notions and all of the other things you need for sewing are actually out in a different bookshelf in my living room, just because of lack of space. So this is just the fabric. So my goal for today is to go through, hopefully, measure out the yardage for the fabric I have, fold it up all nice, sort it, and label it with how much I have. That way, as I'm going through, there will be a little tag on here that says that it's 4 yards of fabric, cotton, whole piece. That way I'll be able to go through, and if I'm looking for something to make a dress out of, I'm like, okay, I need more than 3 yards of fabric for this project. I'll be able to go through and just pull my option based on the yardage. I won't have to keep taking a fabric off, opening it, trying to figure out how much I have. So that is the goal. I don't know. I think I can do that today. It shouldn't be that hard in order to do that today. I have a few notions and bits and bobs on the shelf that need to go someplace else, so finding a home for those things will be really the chore. Like just right off the bat, I have some piping here for a project I never used. I have like a box here of little circles that I got at an estate sale because I was interested in finishing someone else's project, but I haven't gone around to it, so I'm not sure like where to categorize this. Different things like that. We'll see how it goes. First things first, I think my first job is to make a template like out of cardboard. That way, as I'm going through folding the fabric, I can make sure that they're all relatively the same height and that they'll fit on the bookshelf. So I think that's project number 1. And then I'll move on to making the labels. I have so many safety pins and everything, so I think I'm going to use safety pins with a tiny little tag rather than tape, because tape can sometimes leave a residue. So I'll go with safety pins and a tag, which I have to make those, I guess, next, and go through and label those. So first 2 things, making a template, making the tags. I think I'm gonna go on another fabric buying ban because come on. This was $1 a piece. There's like pieces in here that are 4 or 5 yards. It was definitely worth it. I spent way too much money at this estate sale, but it's really good quality fabric and some of it's so cute. Like, you can't tell me you wouldn't buy this fabric, or this fabric, or this fabric, or this awesome pinstripe. And they had some really good solids. This one has geese on it. This will be great for fall. This is another patchwork one in like peach and blues. These are 3 different ginghams, all in the same color but in different sizes. I'm never gonna say no to a ticking pattern. I just feel like green stripes are really in and I wanted to make something with it. This one's just beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. And I couldn't leave without this. And this is all canvas in this beautiful kind of burnt red that I'm definitely gonna have to make in like a purse or a tote bag or something out of. Maybe pants if I have enough for pants, because this is just too beautiful to let go to waste. Okay, so I have all of my tags done. Went through and hole punched all of those, and I took an old poppy box and made a template. So this will be what I fold my fabric around. So let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to try to fold them in rainbow order, or at least fold them and then place them in rainbow order, because I like the idea of doing that on the bookshelves. I think that'll give it a nice result. I got this beautiful fabric at an estate sale probably about 2 months ago, and I absolutely love it. I have about 4 yards, if not 5 yards here. I need to measure it still. But I want to make a dress, but I don't know what kind of dress to make that'll like do this fabric justice. I'm thinking of doing kind of like a long midi dress, maxi dress. I work in a school, something I could wear there would be really cool. I also have a lot of floral fabric that are actually bed sheets. And I got these at another estate sale probably a year ago, and I've been holding on to them because I really want to do something nice with them, like another dress, or there's enough here to make a dress, if not multiple dresses. But I think it's just so cute and sweet, and oh, I love it so much. And this is a matching sheet. It's inside out, so it's more vibrant, more florals, and it actually has a matching dust ruffle on it for the other one. So I thought it would be cute to keep this ruffle somewhere like in the dress, trying to see. But oh, I need ideas what to do with all these fabrics. I have so many things and I have so many ideas in my head, but I just can't pair them to the right fabric. It is 8:30 at night. I've been doing this for a while, but I've been doing other things as well, not just folding. But I'm on my last color. I'm on purple, and then I'll be done. Well, I have to put them on the shelf. But I'm excited to have this be done. I'm tired of folding and counting yardage. I just want this to be pretty. So hopefully I'll just be able to just zoom through this real quick, and then I'll be able to put it on the shelf, no problem. So, I have all of the fabric sorted, folded, arranged by color, and labeled. So all I have left to do is neatly display it on these shelves, and then the project will be over. I'm very excited for that. I did not think that this project would be quite as intensive as it was. I was able to get it done in one day, so that's very nice. But my goal is just to put these on the shelves and go to bed. It's done, and I'm so happy with it. I have all of the labels on the sides facing out so I can easily check the yardage of a piece of fabric. Originally, I was going to have each of these stand on its end like a book. But then I realized that if I ever wanted to take a piece of fabric out, it would be really hard to fit it back in and the whole thing could like fall over. So that seemed like it wasn't a good idea. So instead, I ended up going with these piles. I'm really happy with it. I have all of everything organized. I have a small stack of fabric down here that you can't see, and that is all of my fabric that's exactly a yard. Anything less than a yard, I have in boxes with other fat quarters. Anything over a yard is lined up within its color. But that way, as I'm going through and I just need something specifically with that in that 1 yard length for quilting or for sewing, anything like that, I'll just be able to look there. And it's just an easier way for me to go through and figure out the yardage. Um, I realized in this process I have a lot more fabric than I thought that were in the 3 to 4 yard range. I, for some reason, got in my head that I really bought a lot of 2 yard fabrics, but as I was going through, I was labeling a lot of them. This one's 4 yards. I did not know I had 4 yards of this purple. I thought this was 2 yards the entire time, and then I was like unfolding it, and it just kept going. So I'm really excited to use that because I think that'll be an amazing dress. That's definitely going to be coming up on my list. I also have a lot more solid color red than I thought. Definitely need to stop buying solid red. Because I have like this is I think 120 inches wide and it's like 4 feet. And then I have a 3 feet, and then I have a one, and then I have a couple maroons in there. So don't need any more red. Have enough of that. The rest I could do with some more yellow and maybe some more green, but I think I'm officially going on a fabric buying ban. Estate sale season's kind of coming to an end, going more into the school year. I work in a school district, so I will be busier as that time comes in, as fall comes in. I won't have as much time to sew, but I also won't have as much time to go thrifting and estate sale hunting. So I think that'll be good for now, and my goal is to see how long I can go just working off of this shelf from now on. Yarn is a completely other story. Don't hold me to yarn, but for fabric, definitely say I am good. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any other things that you want to see me do, sew, knit, please comment down below. I'm always interested to hear about like who's watching these videos. I get a lot of subscribers from my shorts, and as I've been making long form content, it's just interesting to see what can I do with more time on my hands and with a longer video. So let me know if there's anything that you want me to like break down, or if you want to see instructions for a closer look at things that would be better not in a short. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.